This week, Enhanced Sense Living will cover how your freedom to choose is blocked and limited by things out of your control. Every day you're faced with choices. Choices about what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. But when you look more closely, your choices aren't as wide and numerous as they first might appear. It actually feels more like you are funneled and blocked into having less and less freedom to choose until you have to make a decision. And that decision may or may not be one you are happy with. You are also limited by things that pop up which are out of your control. These things stop you proceeding with what you want to do, but it is unclear at the time whether they affect your life positively. It's especially easy to notice this when you're using a phone or computer. For example, you're trying to buy something, but the page won't load, or the information you just put in gets lost. And there are usually perfectly logical explanations for why these things happen, but when they happen, what you should be asking yourself in these situations is, should you keep trying? When you're being blocked in this way, it's always smarter to ask yourself if you should continue trying to do it. And the answer is always that you should not. But that doesn't mean that you have to give up on it completely. It may be just that you have to come back to it later. The timing of everything in your life is and should be important to you. So you need to be sensitive to what's happening, what's working and what's not. Then you can more quickly pick up on when you should change or stop doing what you're doing. Something else that you're not always in control of is money. You can manage it to the best of your ability, but sometimes it's unavoidable that you don't have enough of it to do what you want to do. But it's more than that. Not having enough money makes you feel like you can't do things, even though you probably could if you worked it out. So this also limits your choices and forces you to choose one thing over another. And a compromise is not a true expression of your free will to choose. When you feel limited by your resources, it's always best to choose the option that gives you the feeling of being secure in your life. Another experience of being blocked from doing something is when the information you are using to plan what you're going to do changes, or new information comes to light. Usually this happens just when you're about to start doing the thing that you want to do, and suddenly it feels like the rug has been pulled out from under you. This is of course accompanied by a sickening feeling in your stomach as you realize that a plan you were so sure of is suddenly now unworkable because of the new information that you have. In this situation, you should be very careful. It's always best not to make any quick decisions and to do nothing until you can reevaluate what your options are. And there is one more way you are stopped from doing what you want to do by things out of your control, and that is when what you want to do is physically and mentally impossible. And I'm not talking about something extreme. It could just be a fun day out. And it might even be something that you've done before, or that other people seem to be able to do whenever they want to. But for you at that moment, the physical exertion of doing it and the mental planning to execute it are beyond you, and it just seems impossible. So when you are not able to do what you want to do, it's very important to first recognize that it's due to factors out of your control, but then to look at what the thing stopping you is. Knowing that it's not your fault that your choices are limited, and that you are doing everything you can, stops you from blaming yourself, and helps you to be ready for when the impossible becomes possible. For more videos, please visit my channel, and if you've subscribed already, I'd like to say a huge thank you for all your support. There'll be a new video next week, so until then, be sensitive to yourself and the people around you, and I'll see you soon.